My dear students, hope you are fine, especially the class 8th. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My dear students, our today's topic is an interesting story, an interesting poem. The title of the poem is Porus and his Elephant. My dear students, as we know in the introduction of this poem, we know that this is a ballad and written by Mary Dobson. My dear students, let us move on to today's topic. Page number 52. मेरे अजीज तुलबा व तालिबात, जैसा कि आप जानते हैं कि हमने इंट्रोडक्शन में पढ़ा कि इट इज़ a story of a Porus, a king who wanted to fight against the army of Alexander the Great in order to defend his nation. चलो आज हम ये जानेंगे कि what happens, my dear students, what happens in this battle. कि इस जंग में पोर्स ने और इसके हाथी ने कौन सा कारनामा अंजाम दिया. पोर्स हिंदुस्तान का एक राजा है. यह बादशाह दूसरे बादशाह के साथ, जिसका नाम अलेक्जेंडर द ग्रेट यानी सिकंदर आजम था, के साथ जंग करने के लिए दरियाई जहलिम के किनारे पर एक दूसरे के सामने खड़ा हो गई. आमने सामने ये एक दूसरे के सामने खड़ा हुए. As per the second stanza in your textbook, Porus the king went to meet his foe, Porus the king in his battle pride. Now what happened is, my dear students, जब घुमसान की जंग शुरू हो गई, suddenly the king wanted and fell from his elephant. जंग शुरू हुई तो बिल आखिर पोर्स अचानक अपने हाथी से गिर गया और वो बहुत शदीद जख्मी था. In the second stanza, the poet says, what he said? For his defense play a gallant part, sending above him let us ever the least. Let us ever the least. The poet calls the elephant a faithful beast who played a gallant part in protecting his king against the attack of his enemies. It stood as a wall and took all the arrows on itself. अब हाथी उसका डाल बन गया. दुश्मन के तमाम तीर और नेज़े अब हाथी के जिस्म पर लग रहे हैं. हाथी जुर्रतमंदी, बहादुरी और हिम्मत के साथ दुश्मन को जोर जोर से चिंगारते हुए सबको ललकार रहा था और अपने मालिक की हिफाजत भी कर रहा था. What happened is, my dear students, let us know. Lifted him tenderly on his head, bore him unconscious fatness sank, where he could rest without fear or dread. When the elephant stood as a wall and took all the arrows on itself, उसके बाद उसने क्या किया? And then elephant lifted the king to a safe corner. To a safe corner. The poet say in the second stanza, or what he say? Lifted him tenderly on his hand, bore him unconscious, fatness sank, where he could rest without fear or dread. And in the last sentence of the poet say, ah, these dumb things dead but cry and pant, they too can love for God made them so. Porus was saved and his elephant died from his wounds. Thus the legend goes. In the end, the poet says that these animals may seem dumb to us, but even they can love and show their feelings by crying and panting. King Porus was saved, but his elephant died from his wound. The story of animal faithfulness and bravery became a legend for the people to remember. My dear students, now we summarize the whole poem in a few words. Remember this. It is a story of a Porus, a king who went to fight against the Alexander the Great. In order to defend his nation, King Porus was on his elephant fighting a fierce battle against his enemies. Suddenly the king got wounded and fell from his elephant. The poet calls the elephant a faithful beast who played a gallant part in protecting his king against the attack of his enemies. It stood as a wall and took all the arrows on itself and then lifted the king to a safe corner. In the end, the poet says that these animals may seem dumb to us, but even they can love and show their feelings by crying and panting. King Porus was saved, but his elephant died from his wounded. The story of animal faithfulness and bravery became a legend for the people to remember.